going to check on a couple of markets. First off, oil. It's down today, down nearly $3 a barrel, 4%. Now it's gone to $69.99. All right, now show me the price of gold. That's down $41, $3,411 an ounce. Steve Moore joining me now. Come on, Steve. Oil's actually going down. Gold is going down. What does that tell you about this market and about this environment we're in?
Well, Friday, the prices shot up, as you know. So we had a huge spike in all commodity prices on Friday when all the news about what was happening with the bombing in Israel, and markets hate that kind of disruption. But you're right. It's very good news that in the last 24 hours, we've seen those prices dip down a bit. And that's a very good sign for the markets. Anytime the gold price is falling, it's a good thing for the stock market and for the real economy. So I'm feeling a lot better today, as all investors are, than I was on Friday. But I have to say, commodity prices are still pretty high, even with the dip. If you look over the last 6 months, commodity prices are up by about 10% still. So that's a pretty big rise and a lot more than the 2% inflation we want.
I just wonder what happens if the Israelis do get hold of bunker-busting bombs, maybe from us, and we bust up Fordo. I wonder what happens to the price of gold and oil then. Do you think they go up again?
Well, listen, if you start to see some resolution of what's going on in the Middle East, that's very good for markets. And let's not forget, I want to mention one other quick thing if I could. Later today, we're supposed to get from Finance Committee Chairman Crapo some news about what that Senate Finance Committee bill will look like. That's the Senate version of the House bill. This is a big day for that. I think he's going to come out with an even bigger and more beautiful bill than came out of the House. And I think that'll excite the market as well.
Oh, I'd love to see that. Let me change the subject for a second. Trump says he's going to relax immigration enforcement on farms, hotels, meatpacking companies, restaurants, bars. That seems like a complete reversal of the deportation policy. Do you approve of it?
Look, I don't think it is a complete reversal of the deportation policy. I've always liked Trump's strategy, which is get rid of the bad people, the criminals and the people who are the drug runners and the people who are actually going to do harm to the American people, or people who've come in and they're just never do well, as people go on welfare and just collect checks. But if somebody's been in the country for a few years and they've been working and they've been obeying the laws, then you come up with an alternative than just deporting them. You could have maybe leave and come back and pay a penalty or something. The fact of the matter is we do need a lot of these workers in agriculture and a lot of the service industry. So I guess I like the strategy of saying, we got to get rid of the bad people, but the people who violated the law, give them a penalty. We don't want to reward illegal immigration. We have a new study coming out tomorrow at Unleashed Prosperity that shows almost half of the growth of the labor force over the last 5 or 6 years has been due to immigration. In other words, without immigrant labor, we'd have a big problem filling a lot of these jobs.
If you really did deport everybody who's here illegally, that would decimate some industries. And I don't think President Trump's prepared to go that far, is he?
I think he's being very reasonable about it. I think this is a policy that most Americans could agree with, because I'm going to slip you the answer to this, the problem, okay? Are you sitting down? We're all getting older, Stuart, and America is aging. I just turned 65. I know you're only 55. But the point is, as we're more and more, 10,000 Americans are retiring every day. I guarantee you there aren't 10,000 young Americans entering the workforce. So immigrants, I believe right now, are a kind of demographic safety valve that we have that gives us an advantage over all, because aging is happening in every developed country in the world. We're the only country that is able to import very smart, hardworking young people from the rest of the world, the best and the brightest and the hardest working. So I like it, but get rid of the bad guys, get rid of the people who are wreaking havoc in the country. Okay, what do you think?
No, I agree entirely. I do. I really do.
Okay, good.
I think it's a reversal of the previous stance, which was they're all going to go. And that was not politically popular across the country, in my opinion. Steve, it's a big day. Lots of good news out there and a lovely market rally to boot. I'm waiting for that Senate Finance Committee report, see how good the big, beautiful bill really is. Steve, come and see us again real soon, okay? Thanks a lot for your help.
Okay, thanks, Stuart. I love immigrants like you. What can I say?
I feel the love. Thanks very much, Steve. See you soon.